threats have been issued to Supreme Court lawyers after the Supreme Court hearing, in which details were shared about the panel that has been constituted by the court to probe PM security breach. This time around, according to the claims by the Supreme Court lawyers, these calls were made from Canada. We'll try and connect with our legal editor Harish Nair to get you more details. Remember, last time around, the calls were made from UK by the members of the Seek for Justice band organization. It was a pre-recorded message. Let's go across to Harish now. Harish, tell us more about these threat calls. It is being said the calls were made from Canada. Any information on who is behind this?
Yes, Swati, once again, the Supreme Court Advocate on Records Association has approached higher authorities, Secretary General, and it will be approaching him seeking a probe. But this time, the call has come from a Canada number, and the call has been received by all the advocates on records who had earlier received 2 days back a call from a UK number. Just like that day, even today, the call came just before around 10:25. 5 minutes before the Supreme Court pronounced the order in the crucial Prime Minister security breach matter and had appointed a committee. And the call this time raises issues a fresh threat that the things they are going to do on January 26, fresh threats regarding January 26, that they once again said that they will block the Prime Minister, they will cause disruption in January 26 celebrations. Very serious very serious statements have been issued from the Canada number, and also once again there are threats to the Supreme Court for intervening in the PM security breach issue and issuing orders. Remember, on that day, even on the earlier message, the caller had warned the advocates regarding appearing in this case, and also warned the Supreme Court not to take up the matter. Once again, the caller has issued threats to the lawyers and also questioned why Supreme Court has taken up this matter and has warned of consequences not only to the Supreme lawyers but to the Supreme Court, the highest court of the country. And apart from this, also fresh threats to the Prime Minister and the January 26 celebration. So this cannot be taken lightly. This is the second such call coming in the span of 4 days, and a direct affront on the India's topmost constitutional personalities like the Prime Minister, Chief Justice of India, and establishments like judiciary and also the Indian administration. So we'll have to wait and watch how this pans out and whether the Supreme Court will finally order a probe into this. Last time around, the Advocates on Record Association had approached the Secretary General of the Supreme Court saying that this should be thoroughly probed. A police complaint has already been filed, but now we'll have to wait and watch whether Supreme Court intervenes, because this has happened second time in the past 3 days.
Absolutely. Let's break this down for our viewers. This is, in fact, the latest that we are picking up. Fresh threats have been issued. Threat calls have been made to the Supreme Court lawyers once again after the Supreme Court hearing, in which the court said that retired Supreme Court Judge Indu Malhotra would be heading the committee to probe PM security breach matter. This news break is getting bigger, Harish. From Canada, these calls were made. Like you're saying, the content was the same. Khalistani threat, in fact, is being exposed once again. This band organization is behind the calls that are being made, and they're also warning that they will disrupt peace and hamper Republic Day celebrations.
Yes, Swati, this is once again.
Harish?
Yes, yes, that's right, Swati. This is a very, and again, as I said, it needs to be probed. And if it is a genuine call made by Seek for Justice Front, which is active not only in US and UK and also in Canada. Last time around, the call had come from the UK. Today, it has come from Canada. Seek for Justice, as we all know, it's a very strong banned organization. Khalistani organization based generally basically in Canada, UK and US. After it was banned in India, all its leaders had fled to these countries and now are issuing threats from sitting from there. And remember, Swati, why this threat call is important is because all this comes at a time when we have exposed how, despite saying that the protest on Prime Minister's route was spontaneous and not pre-planned, videos, deposition of witnesses and statements of protesters have come out, which have raised very serious questions. Ask questions whether was it not clear complicity and collusion between police authorities and the protesters, and remember initially it was said that these were spontaneous acts, and even the administrative authorities in Punjab had said that they were clueless about the route. All these changes happened after Prime Minister changed his route at the last moment. We do not know which route he will take, but then questions arose. How the protesters came to know about the route when even the administration did not know that the Prime Minister will be passing through that highway, that flyover. And we had also accessed an animation cartoon which has showed that protesters will be blocking Prime Minister, and that cartoon, animation showed that all these were planned way back in 2020 and was implemented on January 5th. So all these were a part and parcel of a pre-planned conspiracy and complicity.
Absolutely.
And collusion.
All this was a part and parcel of their agenda. And we are also trying, Harish, to connect with the lawyers who in fact have received the threat calls this time around. 50 lawyers in fact have received a threat call from Canada. The Khalistani organization, banned organization, Seek for Justice is behind this as well. And in the last message that was sent, a recorded message, Harish, they claimed responsibility for the PM's security breach, for that blockade which was witnessed on 4th of January. What is being done about these threat calls? Because the lawyers had approached the Secretary General of the Supreme Court. Has an inquiry been initiated? Who, in fact, is going to look into the matter?
Yes, that's right, Swati. Last time around, after this threat call, lawyers received threat calls, the Advocate on Record Association had approached the Supreme Court Bar Association President and also the Secretary General of the Supreme Court. We are yet to know what action has been taken, but this time around, Advocate on Record Association has told me that they'll once again approach the Supreme Court Secretary General and remind him of their complaint, and will also, if possible, mention this all-important issue, all-important threat, this very serious issue before the Chief Justice bench. When the bench rises for lunch at 1 o'clock, we'll have to wait and see whether they succeed in mentioning the matter before the Chief Justice, or in case they manage to make a submission, what action the Supreme Court will take. But my feeling is that now that the Supreme Court has formed a committee, the Secretary General and maybe the Chief Justice will say that you can approach. We have already formed a committee. Now approach the committee we have formed, which is headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Indu Malhotra, and place your grievances and place your complaint before the committee. So we never know. We may there may be getting a new option.
Harish, you're making a very important point. You're saying that that is a possibility. Why that is important is because this is another angle that needs to be investigated, because in these recorded messages, threat calls that are being made, SFJ is claiming responsibility for the blockade. So this is directly related to the PM security breach matter.
That's right, Swati. So my hunch is that now since Supreme Court Chief Justice bench, N.V. Ramana bench, has already constituted a committee to look into all aspects of the PM security breach. This is also emerged as one of the key aspects. See, look at how threats are being issued to the lawyers and the Supreme Court, and fresh threats being issued to the Prime Minister just ahead of the hearing. So this has become part of this whole issue, and it is most likely that the Secretary General or the Chief Justice, if the matter is mentioned before him, will also say that this committee headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Indu Malhotra should also look into this aspect also.
Okay, Harish, stay on with us. We are joined by Mr. Ajay Agarwal, Supreme Court lawyer on the broadcast. Ajay Agarwal ji, we are getting this report now that another attempt has been made to scuttle the probe. Fresh threat calls to lawyers once again after the Supreme Court hearing.
Yes, half an hour before I also got this threat call again from a different number. And this is in Canada or somewhere else. And it also have a very serious threat in the name of the Supreme Court. Because these threatening calls are repeatedly coming again and again, that Interpol should be, services should be taken, and the persons who are responsible, they should be immediately booked. Because from where this is originating, that Interpol can find out. And these calls are coming to most of the lawyers, many lawyers, some prominent lawyers, and it is very much intimidating.
Right, absolutely. Ajay Agarwal ji, what was the content of the threat call? Was it also a recorded message like it was sent earlier?
This is sort of a recorded message in which it is saying that Supreme Court, you don't do on 26th, we will show our strength on. They are talking about 26 January. He is talking about 26 January, that we will show our strength on 26 January, and Supreme Court beware, don't do anything, sort of a thing. This type of language is being used in the threat call, in the name of the Supreme Court.
Right. So not just not just a threat is being issued to the lawyers, they are also issuing a warning through these threat calls that they will try to disrupt the celebrations on 26 January, Republic Day.
Yes, they are talking about that. They are repeatedly saying 26 January because it has come half an hour before and the voice was not very much clear. But again and again I have heard he was taking the name of 26 January, the date 26 January and Supreme Court again and again. So one, that Supreme Court should not do, and the another thing that 26 January they will do something. This is
right. Was something said about the security breach matter in terms of claiming responsibility in this message as well?
Pardon? I beg your pardon?
Was anything said about claiming responsibility in this particular recorded message as well?
Yes, they are claiming responsibility also of that what has happened with the Prime Minister on that day. They are claiming that also. All these things are in this recorded message. So this is very much
last time around when the first threat calls were made, sir, the Supreme Court Secretary General was apprised of the issue. What is happening? What is happening in this regard?
I think I'm also sending this clip to the Secretary General. I'm also sending this clip just now, the recorded message. I will send it to you also and to the police also. This because it is also recorded in my phone.
All right.
So I will send it. I will sending to the Secretary General.
All right, Ajay Agarwal ji, thank you very much for joining us and for telling us about the threat call that you have received along with other lawyers of the Supreme Court. We have Pradeep Datta joining us as well on the broadcast. Harish continues to be with us. Pradeep, this news break is getting bigger. This angle, in fact, is getting bigger now. Another round of threat calls being made to Supreme Court lawyers, not just warning them, warning the Supreme Court on the PM security breach matter, but also issuing a warning that the Khalistani agents, that the SFJ banned organization members will try to disrupt. They kept on talking about Republic Day. That's what the lawyers are telling us.
See, that's really very dangerous thing, and I think it's alarming. Also, some action need to be initiated because this organization is getting emboldened and encouraged over the period of time. We have seen that how 2 days back there was in fact a video put out by Guru Patwant Singh Pannu where he was saying that they are going to disrupt Republic Day celebration. They will once again insult Tiranga, and they want to repeat what really happened last year. Now they are threatening advocates also of the Supreme Court, where they are trying to disrupt and also interfere and meddle into the judicial process. And I think that's a matter of serious concern because this is not an ordinary thing. This is a matter related to the Prime Minister's security breach. And when the court has already constituted a committee in this regard, retired Supreme Court Judge Indu Malhotra will be looking into it along with other 3 members. And they are threatening because they are trying to generate fear psychosis so that nobody is going to proceed against them and nobody is going to take up this matter, and they want to create an atmosphere of fear. That's really a very serious thing because we have seen that this is not an ordinary organization. It's a banned terror outfit which is working at behest of inter-service intelligence. Already their footprints are seen in many of the terror-related activities in Punjab region. We saw that during Ludhiana blast also it was linked to
yes,
the SFJ.
Yes, Pradeep, I'll come back to you. We also have Mr. Yatendra Jain joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Jain, another attempt is being made to scuttle the probe in the PM security breach matter. SFJ members are threatening the Supreme Court lawyers once again and talking about disrupting Republic Day.
It is very unfortunate that the lawyers are being targeted. Lawyers do their job in the court, and the very fact that they are being threatened itself exposes the seriousness of the plot and what happened during the breach at the PM's security at the time of his visit in Punjab. It is very unfortunate that the lawyers are getting targeted, and I'm sure now that the committee has been appointed by the Supreme Court today, they will go to the depth of the matter and we will get the correct details. Because even if the lawyers are getting threatened, at the end of the day, whatever the truth is concerned, the truth will surface. And the people who are the perpetrators or the people who are behind the plot, that sinister plot will come out in open before the public at large.
Right, absolutely. You know, these calls have to be taken extremely seriously because they are talking about Republic Day as well. And we have seen what happened last year, from tractor march and farmers' protest to how it all turned violent. And then, of course, there were reports that it was all pre-planned. It was an attempt to sabotage the security and the Republic Day celebrations, the attacks that took place on the Delhi police personnel.
Oh, absolutely. These people are anarchists. They do not believe in the rule of law. They only believe in Jungle Raj. And they want to, try to do such stunts. We saw what happened in on the Republic Day last year. So such threats should not be treated as an empty threat. They should be treated as treated very seriously. These are the threats by the people who are anarchists and who does not believe in the rule of law. So we should this threat should be investigated seriously, and people who are behind such threats should be booked and they should be brought before the court of law.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jain. We have Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast as well. These threat calls have to be investigated. That's what the lawyers are telling us who have received these calls. Once again, another attempt being made to scuttle the probe, to threaten not just the lawyers but the judiciary, the judicial system of this country.
Swati, all of this indicates one thing, that this was not achanak, it was ayojit, it was not spontaneous, it was sponsored, and there was a very real threat of the SFJ which continues to be there. Now, the problem is that the Chief Minister of Punjab, however, is adamant to say that there was no threat to the Prime Minister's security, and this shows that perhaps he is trying to defend the indefensible. The question remains that when there was such a big threat from anti-national elements, why is it that the Congress party's heart and soul beats for such elements merely because they hate Narendra Modi, the individual? Will they risk national security? And we have seen several amounts of proof, including the ones put out by Times Now, as to how deliberately inputs about these things were ignored, radical elements' inputs were ignored, how there was an ignorance of how the routes could be compromised. And despite all of this material being on record, the PM's security was compromised deliberately, and therefore it is nothing less than iradatan sajish that was done at the highest levels of the Congress party. The Congress party must tell us that is Mr. Channi going to apologize and acknowledge that yes, there was a threat, rather than doing two tadak against the Prime Minister and making this or trivializing this as he does on a daily basis.
Right, and we also now need to talk about initiating an inquiry or an investigation when it comes to these threat calls being made to the lawyers. Shahzad Poonawalla, stay on with us. In fact, all our reporters will continue to be with us on this big story. For now, we're taking a very short break.